Thank you, Deepak. Yes, but one of the biggest invisible structures is our economy. And before I begin, I just want to let you know that I stammer when I talk. So you like might hear me repeat sounds like that, or just get stuck while I'm speaking. Don't worry, I'm completely fine. Just please be patient with me. So, what does it mean to have a healthy economy? And what does a healthy economy even look like? Does it look like this? Let's evaluate our dominant economic policy. The foundational belief that growth is the sign of progress. Perhaps to a certain extent it's true. We love to see our plants and our trees grow. And growth is a wonderful, healthy phase of life, right? But in our economies, we've turned to Peter Pan economics. The economy that never wants to be an elder. It wants to grow, grow, and grow forever. But we already know in our bodies, in our own lives, that there's another side to this metaphor of growth. If I told you that I had gone to the doctor and the doctor told me that I have a growth, that already feels completely different. Okay? Because in our bodies, we know that when something grows endlessly within a healthy, dynamic, living, whole system, it's a threat to that system. And we do everything we can to stop it, right? So perhaps it's time to choose a more meaningful goal than endless monetary growth. Perhaps prosperity, where the needs of all people are met within the means of the planet. Prosperity where we and the rest of nature can thrive. But how can we measure such prosperity? Well, it isn't going to be measured by a single number like GDP, right? So we need a dashboard of indicators. Economist Kate Raworth drew a picture of what such a dashboard might look like. And it looks like, can you guess? A donut. Yes, a donut. And this might be the only donut that's actually good for us. Yeah. So, here it is, the donut. Imagine humanity's resource use radiating out from the middle. So, less resource use or no resource use here, and more resource use as you move outward in this donut. That hole in the middle is the place where we are left falling short on the essentials of life. We don't have, well, if we're in this hole, we don't have enough food, health, education, income and work, peace and justice, political voice, social equity, gender equality, housing, community networks, energy, or water. And our goal is to get ourselves out of this hole, over the social foundation layer, which is here, and into this space, which is the safe and just space for humanity. So our safe space and a just space. But we also cannot let our collective resource use overshoot this outer circle, the ecological ceiling. This is the ecological ceiling, because then we put so much pressure on the planet that we begin to push it off balance. We cause climate breakdown, acidify our oceans, lose biodiversity, and more. So we need economies that thrive in dynamic balance in this space between the foundation and the ceiling. And this dynamic balance of well-being has been symbolized with patterns in many ancient cultures. For example, the swastika, like a kind of circular pattern, Maori Takarangi, the yin and the yang, and the Buddhist endless knot. And to achieve this dynamic balance, we need economies that are regenerative and distributive by design, and not copy and paste degenerative industries. Like this, where we take Earth's materials, make them into stuff we want, use it for a while, sometimes just one time, and then throw it away or lose them. That's what's pushing us over the planetary boundaries, these planetary boundaries. So we need to bend these arrows and create economies that work with and within the cycles of the living world. So the resources are never used up, but are used again and again. Economies that run on natural flows, where waste from one process is the food for the next. A regenerative system, care for the earth, a first ethic of permaculture. Our economies also, by design, must be distributive. Again, care for people and fair share. In the 20th century, centralized technologies and institutions concentrated wealth, knowledge, and power in a few hands. In the 21st century, we can design our technologies and institutions to distribute wealth, knowledge and empowerment to everybody. Let's upend that corporate control of intellectual property with bottom-up, peer-to-peer knowledge commons. Instead of massive coal power plants, we can have decentralized renewable energy systems. Instead of industrial scale manufacturing, we can rekindle the vision of Gram Swaraj, so self-sufficient, empowered villages. And we don't have to look too far to see such models of regenerative and distributive design. I mean, we're connected to one right now, the Timbuktu Collective, comprising, I believe, of about 40,000 families in 300 villages over about 12,000 acres. Correct me if I'm wrong. This collective is regenerating their ecosystem while equitably meeting the needs of the people and celebrating life. Now that is a healthy economic system, and something I want to strive for. The promise of a better life, where we and the rest of nature can thrive. A dynamic balance for prosperity that calls for celebration. Will you join this call?
Yes.
Awesome. So now, my friend Abhishek will share more details on how to obtain a yield, how to get income from acres.